Welcome back to our channel, History Buffs. Brace yourselves as we embark on a thrilling journey through time, exploring the life of one of the most influential figures in history, Alexander the Great. From his epic victories to his enduring legacy, we will uncover the fascinating tales of this legendary conqueror. If you're as excited as we are and don't want to miss out on more riveting content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Now, sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's dive in. Fact number 1. Did you know Alexander named over 70 cities after himself? That's exactly what Alexander the Great achieved. This extraordinary leader, not content with merely conquering lands, decided to leave his mark in a unique way. He founded numerous cities in the regions he dominated, and what better name to give them than his own? Yes, most of these cities were named Alexandria, a constant reminder of the great conqueror. Among the many Alexandrias founded, one stands out from the rest. Situated at the mouth of the Nile and founded in 331 BC, this Alexandria is today's second largest city in Egypt. But that's not where Alexander's naming spree ended. Following the Battle of the River Hydaspes, the most costly victory of his Indian campaign, Alexander established another city. This one held a special place in his heart, as it was named after his beloved horse, Bucephala, who tragically lost its life in the battle. Bucephala, the city, stands as a testament to Alexander's love for his faithful companion. Alexander the Great's legacy goes beyond his military conquests. His name carries on in the many cities he established, each a testament to his power and influence. So next time you visit Alexandria, remember it was named by Alexander the Great himself. Fact 2. Did you know that Alexander never lost a battle in 15 years of conquest? Quite impressive, isn't it? Alexander the Great, as he's known today, was a master of military tactics and strategies. His methods are so timeless that they're still dissected and studied in military academies across the globe. From his very first victory at the ripe age of 18, Alexander established a reputation for leading his men into battle with a speed that was nothing short of impressive. This swiftness allowed his often smaller forces to reach and break enemy lines before his adversaries even had time to prepare. Picture this: an army charging towards you with such velocity that you barely have time to draw your weapon, let alone organize a defensive strategy. That was the fear that Alexander instilled in his foes. His quick, decisive, and strategic approach to warfare allowed him to maintain an unbeaten record throughout his 15-year reign of conquest. 15 years, numerous battles, countless enemies, and not a single loss. That's not luck or coincidence, my friends. That's the result of skill, strategy, and perhaps a touch of that Macedonian courage. Fact 3. Did you know the cause of Alexander's death remains one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world? In the year 323 BC, Alexander the Great, a ruler revered for his invincibility in battle, fell suddenly ill after a night of revelry where he reportedly downed a bowl of wine. Within a fortnight, the 32-year-old monarch was no more, leaving a trail of suspicion and intrigue in his wake. Given the fact that Alexander's father had met his end at the hands of his own bodyguard, fingers were quickly pointed towards those within Alexander's inner circle. Most notably, his general Antipater and Antipater's son, Cassander. Cassander would later go on to orchestrate the murders of Alexander's widow and son, further fueling the suspicions of foul play. Whispers of conspiracy didn't stop there. Some ancient biographers speculated that Aristotle, a figure of great influence and with connections to Antipater's family, might have had a hand in the young ruler's sudden demise. Fast forward to the modern day, where medical experts, armed with the advancements of science, have proposed a myriad of possibilities. From malaria to lung infection, liver failure to typhoid fever, each theory more plausible than the last, yet none able to provide a definitive answer. To this day, the true cause of Alexander's death remains a mystery. Fact 4. Did you know Alexander was taught by none other than the great philosopher Aristotle? At the tender age of 13, Alexander found himself under the tutelage of Aristotle, one of history's most profound minds. This was no ordinary school, and Alexander was no ordinary student. His father, Philip II of Macedon, had the foresight to hire Aristotle to educate his son, preparing him for the greatness that lay ahead. Details about Alexander's 3-year education under Aristotle are scarce, but it's clear that the philosopher's teachings had a profound impact on the young prince. Aristotle not only imparted knowledge, but also instilled in Alexander a deep love for literature, philosophy, and the sciences. But Alexander's thirst for wisdom didn't stop with Aristotle. There's a well-known legend about his encounter with Diogenes the Cynic, a philosopher known for his rejection of conventional societal norms. Diogenes famously lived in a large clay jar and had little time for niceties. One day, Alexander approached Diogenes in a public plaza, asking if there was anything he, with his vast wealth, could do for the philosopher. Diogenes' reply was simple and unimpressed. "Yes," he said, "stand aside, you're blocking my sun." Surprisingly, Alexander wasn't offended. Instead, he was charmed by Diogenes' audacity and indifference to his status. He reportedly declared, if Alexander had not been Alexander, he would have wished to be Diogenes. Fact number 5, and our final fact. Did you know when Alexander met his future wife, Roxanne, it was love at first sight? This wasn't just a casual meeting. The stage was set after a victory in battle when the 28-year-old Alexander was observing his captives. Among them, a teenage girl caught his eye. It was Roxanne, the daughter of a Bactrian nobleman. Alexander was smitten, and soon after they were wed in a traditional ceremony. Picture this: the king, with his sword, slicing a loaf of bread into two and sharing it with his new bride. It was a simple act, yet so symbolic. But their love story was cut short. A few months after Alexander's death, Roxanne gave birth to their only son, Alexander IV, a bittersweet end to a tale of love and war. Even in love, Alexander the Great had a flair for the dramatic. Now that's a love story for the ages. Scene script, fact number 6. But what about the legacy of Alexander the Great? How does it resonate today? Alexander's impact on the world didn't end with his death. He left a lasting legacy in the form of cities, cultures, and ideas that continue to shape our world. Alexander's empire, though short-lived, played a crucial part in spreading Greek culture, language, and ideas across the known world. This era, known as the Hellenistic period, saw an explosion of scientific, technological, artistic, and philosophical advancements. But perhaps the most significant part of his legacy is the concept of a unified world, where diverse cultures, people, and ideas coexist and interact harmoniously. This vision of a cosmopolitan world continues to inspire many even today. Alexander the Great, a man of war, also left behind a legacy of unity and cultural exchange. A fitting end to a life that was anything but ordinary. Outro. Thank you for watching our video on Alexander the Great. Don't forget to check out our other top 5 fact videos on Henry VIII, Julius Caesar, and Albert Einstein. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more exciting content.